Hey, what's good? It's Ace from pfadvice.com. Like, share, subscribe, get notified, hit the bell, leave a comment. Our channel is growing. We want you to be a part of it. Thanks for subscribing. This is going to be a short one. I love being optimistic. I'm optimistic that comic book stores will thrive. I'm optimistic that comic book publishers will stop increasing their prices for recycled, unimaginative, and mediocre stories. I'm optimistic that comic book companies will stop taking comic book readers for granted to luring casuals, uninterested casuals, who love comic book films and refuse to read comics. Sometimes optimism can morph into delusion, and I think I can optimistically state that the MCU as we know it is dead. From 2008 to 2019, the MCU was a cultural, global touchstone. The whole world took notice. In the same way Donald Trump cannibalized the Republican Party don't exist no more. The MCU cannibalized Hollywood. Hollywood is not the same as it was before 2008. The MCU changed filmmaking as we know it. Every studio laughed at the idea of the interconnected universe. After 2012's Avengers, every studio wanted their own version of the interconnected universe. You were there. I don't have to over-explain it. Unfortunately, what most people seem unwilling to accept is that the MCU is dead. Like Weekend at Bernie's dead, and we are just all shaking the arms of a corpse in a wheelchair at a party at this point. Captain America 4, Thunderbolts, notice how nobody wants to call them the new Avengers now? And the Fantastic Four reboot were all colossal failures. The Marvel logo was once as good as printing money. Even in retrospect, people are now willing to admit Deadpool and Wolverine was mid, a film I hated. Now the Marvel logo is yawn-inducing. At the very least, it evokes indifference. No one is waiting for Avengers Doomsday. We're waiting to see RDJ as Doom. It's stunt casting. We are waiting to see if it is a train wreck. As fans, we used to spend years watching solo films and mid-credit scenes and anticipating Avenger event films and team-up films. Remember those days? When is the last time you felt like that? Our Avengers squad are the Thunderbolts and the Fantastic Four, I guess? Sam Wilson is suing the Thunderbolts for the Avengers name? We don't know who the Avengers are? There was no overarching threat, no big bad, no characters we care about or their story arcs. We have to wait until December 2026 to be introduced to our big bad, RDJ as Doom. An MCU big bad used to be introduced over a decade. The thrill is dead. The cult-like fever we used to feel as MCU fans is now zombified. The MCU is dead. It's been dead for a long time now. I recently said in a video that comic book films will go the way of westerns and gangster films, but it already happened. We just don't want to admit it. Visit pfadvice.com. pfadvice.com is a personal finance and comic book entertainment site. I write weekly columns there. We cover comic book reviews, comic book entertainment and news, collectibles, personal finance advice, and more. PF Advice is owned by District Media. I want to sincerely thank them for sponsoring this video. The only benefit I can see for Doomsday and Secret Wars is if the MCU has a hard reboot. Start slow and small, start over like 2008's Iron Man, and gradually build out again. Make us miss you, make us want to see these stories again. I just don't see that happening. After you make $2.9 billion with one film, you can't see the world any other way. The MCU jumped the Infinity Gauntlet in 2019, and it can't go back. Neither can we as fans. No matter how much optimism we have, the MCU is dead. You don't have to like it. You ought to admit it. What do you think? Comment below. Thanks for watching.